What's going on, guys? We're out here today about to explore this abandoned $4 million thoroughbred training facility and breeding farm for horses. It's out towards San Bernardino in the desert. It's pretty cool. I didn't expect to end up here on this day, but I am trying to keep the location kind of under wraps right now because we did find two empty pools that we might come back and clean out to skate. As you can see, this is a flyover of the facility. I think there were, I would say, like 7 buildings. The main living quarters was gone from what I've seen in other videos, which would have been pretty cool to explore. But what are left are mainly the 3 stables and then just 2 random buildings and a storage barn. As you can tell, it's pretty windy. I got lucky that I did get a decent break to get all this drone footage, which is pretty cool just to fly around and explore. That's the racetrack that the horses would practice racing on, which was pretty cool. Right now I'm going to be flying over the, I guess, training pool, or in a way from what it looked like, it's like low impact training for horses so they wouldn't mess up their joints. But I've seen some old footage on it. It looks pretty cool. They'd have the horses walk in and then swim around a couple laps and then bring them back out. The trainers would be holding on to their reins. We're gonna start the walkthrough at the pool, which I think is pretty cool. As you can see, I ran into some random dudes just doing their thing. But this pool would be pretty cool to clean out, see if we can get up that volcano area right there in the center, do some stalls on top. And there's some pretty cool graffiti art all around the place as I was exploring. But at the same time, it was a mess, so if we do clean it up, it's going to be a lot of work. As you can see, this is the little ramp where the horses would walk in and descend down to the deeper end to swim around and do a couple laps in the water. Right here I'm gonna give you guys another view of the pool from the other side. And you can see these guys and their art they're throwing up on the wall. So this is the first barn or stables I'll be walking into. You can tell they're pretty kind of dilapidated and messed up. Sorry for the finger in the footage. I would recommend be careful walking around here. I did see some black mold inside some of these stables. That's why I didn't really kind of like bother going into them, because yeah, black mold's not good for you. As you can see, these are all the stables where they would house the breeding horses. From my understanding, it's been closed for almost a decade now, because they went out of business in 2015. Before that, they were like the spot to come and get like top breeding horses or racing horses, breeding them, and you know, probably a lot of these horses raced in the Santa Anita racetrack. Well, that was the beginning to the racetrack, but these are some other buildings. I don't know if this was a stable or what, but it looked more like a storage area. Or it could have been some offices. Never know. The other building over here for sure was offices, because I found a restroom in there. While I was walking through here too, I got some pretty cool photos that I'll be posting at the end of the video if you want to check them out. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm walking up to it. You can see it's pretty windy just from how crazy all the trees are moving. I've watched some older videos on this place, and some of these buildings weren't as tore up as they are now, but yeah, as you can tell, that was the restroom, but what's left of it. And right here, I'm gonna be walking out towards the racetrack. As you can see, that's the second turn. I don't know how horse racing works, if they do multiple laps or one lap, but yeah. This is the other stables we walked in. Got some other dudes over here, doing their thing. Ran in, looked on the ground. I guess there's like old embryo flesh logs for the horse's menstrual cycles. You can tell I don't know if these were offices and stables, but that looked like a kitchen or like maybe a break area. That's that other barn I was telling you that's pretty way out there. I went in there real quick because there's a lot of asbestos from the insulation. As you can see, I just kind of went in and kind of just, here's a quick preview. Let's get in and get out, because you just see insulation hanging everywhere. From here, I'll probably make my way to the last stable out of the 3. You walk in between all these corrals, you can see where they used to just probably train the horses at and teach them how to break in broncos and stuff. It was pretty cool though. Like, it seems like a lot of off-roading dudes come out here and run the track on their quads, because we've seen a couple guys out there on their quads. The rest of the time we were there pretty late. It was pretty like scary movie like, so we were there till like at least 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, it's creepy but cool. It gives Red Dead Redemption vibes. Makes you want to be out there with your gun and your horse, having a good time, just living that cowboy life. Right here, I'll be walking to what used to be the main property. In some older videos I saw of this place, would have been cool to still went in and explored the main house, but I don't know if it got demolished or burnt. I can't really tell from the remains, but yeah, we're walking up right now towards the driveway of the house. Well, it used to be the driveway of the house. And yeah, this is where I found that second pool that I was telling everyone about. It'd be cool to come up here, spend a weekend camping out here, and just clean it up. And if it goes down, you'll see footage of that. I'll do a whole little edit, do some time lapses of us cleaning it. I'm still new to this the YouTube thing, so work with me. Just follow the channel, we'll grow, and you'll see. Maybe I'll get better at this, maybe I won't. But I am going to be trying to do a whole off-the-grid exploring abandoned things and throwing some of my photography in there. So yeah, this is the pool that I was talking about. As you can see, it had a pretty cool water slide, but yeah, it's grimy as hell. It'd be cool to see someone do a stall on that rock. And then this is that final barn. I was telling you that it was probably like for storage for hay, but it's all full of holes, so I'm thinking people use it as a target practice for shooting or stuff. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and keep an eye out for more of these off-the-grid videos. Maybe I'll get better at these talking points. And check out the photos that I took. I'll post them up after this clip. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and leave a comment.